Hello, I'm Mark Jenner with Biomass Rules, and in this series of videos, I am walking folks through how to transform data from one shape to another in spreadsheets specifically. Uh, it's oftentimes you have a table that has rows and columns, and to do a certain analyses, it needs to be in a single column, or you also may have data in a single column that would work better in a table. And these techniques move things back and forth. So I want to, in subsequent videos, I'm going to walk through using a cut and paste technique, which is not very sophisticated, but there's some strategy to do that well. Index and match functions, they're nested functions in Excel, and they use the data you can program the data to decide for itself whether it's the right piece to move to a certain designated location. Pretty sophisticated. The lookup functions in Excel, the one I'm most familiar with is the vertical lookup, the VLOOKUP. Uh, so we'll walk through the VLOOKUP function. There's also a HLOOKUP function, which is horizontal, looking things up horizontally, or the XLOOKUP function is relatively new, which takes the dimensionality out of the function. I still feel most comfortable with the vertical lookup. Pivot tables are sophisticated and pretty cool when you understand how they work. They're not very easy to learn, and they've got some um, sort of deal killers for me. I don't use pivot tables very often because if the data isn't perfectly clean, it doesn't show up, and that's a problem for me, right? So I'm going to walk you through grabbing the table from the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, the archived CPI data. We're going to use that as our base for these subsequent videos. And today's video, I just want to get you acclimated with that. So I've pulled up the website for the archived Consumer Price Index files. The Bureau of Labor and Statistics keeps that. Um, they just add each month, same set of tables each month to the top of the pile. And so you can go back in time. But if you get the most recent month, which right now is April 25th, sorry, April 2025, uh, I want to focus on this historical CPI-U, April 25th. We're going to click on the Excel file and download that. It'll ask you to save it somewhere. These are my practice files. I've been trying to get this right. Save it, and you can open up immediately. And so this is what it looks like. Um, this file comes with two spreadsheets in it. This is the one that I want, all items index level. That's the one that has the CPI values all the way to 2025. You can see we're up over 300 now. These columns, we'll see in a second, are months. And my first rule whenever I download data is to make a copy. I right-clicked on this tab, the worksheet tab, and I clicked on Move Copy and simply just create a copy. And there you have it, right? So this is the original. This is the backup that we're going to work on. The original allows you to um, if you make a mistake that's unrecoverable, you don't have to go back to the website. You always have a backup, and you saw how that didn't take any time at all. It's a lot easier just to make a copy before I started. So I've asked in the notes on in the post on shaping data on either LinkedIn or my website to clean up this data, right? So this is not the original data. I'm just making this file work for us. So I highlighted these rows, these first three rows. I'm going to remove them. You have to have your cursor on the header of the row. And I right click there and I can click delete and they go away. I don't need column A, so I'm going to delete it also. Um, this It would be a lot easier to see if these columns were narrower. So I ran my cursor along the header row of the column. The header, yeah, so it's the header of the column. And I'm going to move it to 12, a width of 12. Uh, doesn't really matter, right? Just make them smaller. We'll just go with that, right? And because I highlighted them all before I moved the columns, it allowed me to get them all on uh, one screen, right? So the other thing I'm going to do, we don't need the data back to 1913, over 100 years of price information. We don't need that. I'm going to delete all these years up to 2000, right? So we're just going to work with the last uh, current century. So what we're going to do. All right. So again, I highlighted the rows in the row header, and then I'm going to right click on these and delete these rows. And now I've got this nifty table that is starts in 2000, January 2000 CPI, and it goes to really April of 2025. And so that's what we're going to use in subsequent videos. I just wanted to like show everybody how to um, get this file to start with. It's hard to put it all in one video, so I'm breaking it up into pieces. The one thing that's really important to note here as you move into moving data around Excel, this is the month, right? And so it's a non-numeric month. It's just three letters, Jan, Feb, March, April, right? So we can't do any math with those. We can convert it, and there's ways to do that. We're going to learn about that a little bit. The other thing that is sort of counterintuitive is that if you look at all these CPI numbers in these 12 months, they're all right justified. The ones in column A, the year numbers, they're all left justified. That sort of is, okay, why is that happening? It's also sort of telltale here that each one has a little triangle in the upper left corner. When we click on one cell, we get this caution sign. It says this number is stored as a text, right? So it's not really a number, it's more like a word. We can convert it to a number easy enough, right? So that's the next button down is convert it to number. I don't really want to do that. We're just going to work with it like it is. But you need to be aware that um, in a spreadsheet, it matters whether things are numerical or just look like they're numerical, or maybe don't even look like they're numerical. But we can work with all those things. It just matters. You have to know if you're working with a number or a text, right? So that's all I needed to share with you today. And we will go further in future videos. Thank you.